Hello, my name is Daniel Bell, and today I'll be talking to you guys about the continuous pressure airway machine here. I'll also be talking to you guys about professionals and doctors needed for this specific device here. I'll also be talking about the sleep lab generated, which you actually need to have one of these. I myself am a truck driver, and so I will actually be needing one of these. Once I did have this CPAP, I was 30 to 40 BMI, so the vast majority of people actually use these machines that are heavier, that are truck drivers. And then also the link between ED, which is erectile dysfunction, in middle-aged men, preferably between the ages of 40 to 50, it actually begins with. So to get into this, I'm actually a truck driver myself. I use this machine. This one specifically is a ResMed. I have my CDL Class A, and once I began starting as a CDL Class A driver, they asked me if I was having trouble sleeping. My wife said yes. Coincidentally, I never knew that I had dry mouth in the morning. I was groggy. I had issues waking up. I was a lot heavier at the time. I was probably close to 300 pounds once I started being a truck driver. I lost a lot of that weight since then, but it's been good to me. I've gained a lot of energy at times. I'm able to drive a lot without having grogginess, sleepiness, and I average about 7.5 hours, which is generally what you'd like to see in a ResMed or CPAP in general. So, I went to a professional, a doctor, so to speak, and they told me that it would be recommended for me to have a sleep lab. Sleep labs, they're generally a 24-hour process or 12-hour overnight process. They hook you up with electrodes. They give you a sleeping pill so you can sleep at night. And main thing is that you'll be taking a medication so you can go to sleep. And on that note, they'll be waking you up every 4 hours. So on top of the grogginess, the electrodes all over your body. They'll even have a little wrist strap to monitor your heart rate and your blood pressure. Because, knowing your blood pressure, especially in males, can cause that erectile dysfunction at a late age. It'll help improve your oxygen levels. You won't be snoring, you won't be groggy, you won't be grasping for air, especially if you have a partner in bed with you. They won't wake you up because you're having breathing issues and the snoring. Oh man, the wife loves it now that I actually sleep normal and that I'm not snoring and I'm not grasping for air anymore. So that was always a positive that we have. And with that oxygen and blood pressure, that can actually cause you to have erectile dysfunction if you're a male who's older. And there was a recent study for a National Sleep Foundation about a year ago where they gathered up 970 men between the ages of 30 to 55. All of them, they contained a mass body index of about 30 to 45. And that's a real heavy set guy. That's big, large necks over the size of 17 inches circumference. Women, there were no women in the study, but they generally have a neck circumference of right about 16 inches. And in that, they noticed about 32% of them smoked. They did have that large body mass index, and towards the end, the men, they had about 29% male erectile dysfunction with that sleep study that they conjoined with the CPAP. And once they actually had the sleep PAP or the CPAP machine going and connecting with them, they increased the rate and decreased the rate of having erectile dysfunction by about 10%. So, it can always be a positive for sexual and for males in general. And you can have risks if you don't have a sleep apnea machine and a CPAP. These things are really expensive, especially without insurance. This one right here, total without insurance. If say you went to the market, which you're not supposed to be doing, you can buy them online secondhand but they're going to cost you about $2,000 to $3,000 without your insurance. Luckily for me, as a driver and my truck driver experience, I was able to get it as 90% pay, having my insurance pay 90%, and then the 10% on top of that I paid myself through my truck driving experience. So just to give you a little recap, this is a CPAP machine. There's many that they make online. Your professional will take you through that sleep study, that sleep lab. They'll recommend you to the size of mask you fit here. Each one of these masks is very specifically designed for you and yourself. Sorry about that. The ResMed that I have here specifically is a 2-connection process for water distilled water, and that hooks up to your face directly overnight. Truck drivers are required, specifically for me, 4.5 hours of sleep at night to be driving and be having a regular driving experience. They do recommend at Sleep Data and ResMed specifically to have 7.5 hours of sleep. So I want to thank National Sleep Foundation for that sleep study. I also want to thank UpToDate.com. They really gave me the information I needed with the professionals that I deal with on a month-to-month basis for my ResMed. And then I'd also like to thank ResMed.com overall for that information. So thank you guys, and thank you for this, for the speech.